Hello and welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution. And when we last left off, our beauty sleep was rudely interrupted in the middle of the Pacific Ocean someplace. And apparently we have taken a little detour to this black site facility somewhere. Well, at the moment, of course, there's a storm brewing, so they have not identified us just yet, which is one thing in our favor, because if they knew, I think they would have killed us already, I would suppose. And interestingly enough, we also have to stop over on our way to Singapore, and Beltao is abducting people from all across the world to search for some markers in our DNA, I guess. Okay, so it will be interesting and probably also something we can investigate once we arrive at the ranch back in Singapore someplace. Yeah, once we're done with this DLC, of course, but so far I like what I've been seeing, and of course it's a bit more difficult than the average campaign. Yeah, so maintaining stealth, well, hopefully we can perform a little bit better compared to the previous episodes. We continue right away and see what we can do indeed, because at the moment we're still stuck on the ship, of course. Alright, and still the first chapter, incidentally, as it seems. Or at least the first act of this chapter. Presumably it's the only one in the DLC. Okay, there's us. There is the, yeah, I'm not quite sure what the rank was. The commander of the Black Site base. And there's also this, commander of the Special Forces, I believe. Yeah, so we could try this again if we absolutely want to, but I don't think I will. Yeah, and someone is, yeah, immediately on alert for whatever reason. I think it carries over as you would think. Or maybe one more try, but I think we've already tried twice and failed miserably. So, well, the first level can be done, the other ones maybe not so much. Probably. Okay, then, so I guess I may have to do without that one lovely crate we spotted there last episode. Could be. Yeah, this place is a bit of a maze. I think we are looking for this elevator someplace. This, unfortunately, doesn't lead all the way down. Yeah, unfortunately not. But all the people should be gone, except for that one guy we cannot get to for any reason whatsoever. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe we can actually get to that after all. Wouldn't that be fancy? Oh. Okay, apparently we have to come through here, and I can see immediately a couple more people, and all of them are on high alert, unsurprisingly. Well, we happen to be completely out of stun gun darts, so what is, I guess, a more cryopods here as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the very least.
Approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
But, we have a gas grenade, we have some concussion mines as well, don't we? I'm not sure that would be super useful, because we still need to knock them out, you know, that's the thing. And of course it will also allow the rest of the party. I guess you can select them, it's 1 at least. Not super useful against multiple enemies. Yeah, of course they are searching. How thoroughly? That's up for debate. Probably pretty thorough. Okay, here maybe someone we can knock out without anyone else noticing. But this is also up for debate. Looks like a regular security guard with a pistol. Well, we could use my ammo because I'm conserving everything I can possibly conserve indeed for the fight against the Spec Ops guys. Sounds like a smart plan. Yeah, okay. The other guy is a different person. It's not just a mirror image, right? No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Knock him out, drag him behind this machinery, and then go for the other guy, maybe.
All personnel prepare for unloading.
Depends on where these people are looking, in which direction. Yeah, this is silent, but it shouldn't be. Come on, Adam. Now's not the time. That would also explain where the angry people were located the entire duration, right? Because someone was angry, and it wasn't the guys on top there. Okay, fantastic. A pistol in a pocket secretary. Alright, well, fantastic. At least we have that available. So, next time around we pick up a 1 bullet, presumably of 10mm auto. That seems likely. Yeah, otherwise we need to knock out all these people, of course. You could be next on the menu, and I'm not quite sure where the other 2 people are located, but they're standing relatively close together. Do we have some praxis points by chance? Indeed we do. The reflex augmentation takes 2, I suppose. Then again, in this DLC we have way more opportunities to actually knock out multiple people at the same time. Alright, and we're getting 3 bullets out of this pistol. That's unusual. But we see it's very unusual indeed.
Beginning final approach to Rifleman Bank Station.
Alrighty then. So I don't see the other dudes. So what is I guess? Two concussion mines actually. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, and no one is dropping any stun gun darts, and despite searching through everywhere, we didn't find any, so what is I guess? Yeah, so well, otherwise I'm handicapped by my energy research, you know, and the lack of energy bars all across the ship. In this case, it actually does make some sense. At least he doesn't seem to be coming over here directly. I think if he scaled this, the other people will notice. That seems likely. Okay, and speaking of which, we should probably make us a bit slower and pick up that mine over here, shouldn't we? Or try to. Okay, they are crouching, they are looking.
Securing bay doors. All personnel prepare for unloading. Aft and bow thrusters full back.
And the ladder up. So maybe there's a way to get up to him anyway. Oh, isn't that fantastic? Oh, let me try and see what we can do here. I don't think... Oh, I see a ladder up here, of course, and there's a ladder up there, but this would be quite a jumping augmentation, or we can try to get ourselves a crate somewhere, if it's feasible. Yeah, and he's standing up here someplace, right, isn't he? Yeah, okay, well, for the crate, nothing's going to happen. Hopefully there are some movable objects in the area here someplace, because these crates over here, they are the stationary type. You can tear them apart at a glance, essentially. Okay, so hopefully we don't bump into any additional concussion buy-ins. That would also be great. Speaking of which, these people are looking where exactly? Over here, of course, so that means we can get drop on him from back here. Well, that's annoying. Well, if there's a will, there's a way to make this happen, I'm hoping. But these guys need to be a corner. Also, this guy in the middle, of course. If I want to read all these cryoports, ideally, that would also be great. Let's just see what we can do here. Yeah, I don't see any movable crates. No, not really. So these are all stationary. And will these people see if this guy goes down? That's also a question we need to be asking ourselves. Yeah, he's looking over here with his pistol, but he doesn't have a helmet because he's only a regular security guard, I guess. Yeah, I imagine going up against these Spec Ops guys once we reach the station. Yeah, let's just see what you have on your body, sir. Other than just ammo. We need all of those things, of course. I'm not quite sure if they were setting up against me coming out of the elevator, but looks the part at least. Okay, you have what exactly on your body? A concussion grenade and some... Okay, and 3 bullets for our pistol and 10mm auto. So what's clogging up our inventory? I think we have some stun gun darts we're not going to use here by chance, right? These things. Okay, get them out of here. I'd rather have the grenade, to be honest, and also the ammo most importantly. I'm still saving up all the ammo I can carry for the confrontation with the Spec Ops guys, of course. Okay, 2 more people. How do we deal with him? The concussion mines, maybe? But these are super useless, so what is I guess? And we could maybe eat an energy bar. Stun those guys and then knock them out. I think the mine should trigger automatically. That's an option, but energy is very hard to come by, but we may not have a choice. Yeah, but in case we fail, then we just... I'm not quite sure. I think they may notice. They did it. Okay, aber whatever. We have to the energy. Knock them out, please come on at them. At least it doesn't drain anything because it was an EP mine. Yeah, okay, and also this one before he gets back up. Even though we're using stock animations, these don't always line up with what the enemies are doing right now. Okay, that's hopefully all of them in the room. Indeed it is. Well, sweet rest here, my friends. A frag grenade and some credits and a shotgun would have been nasty because at the moment, as a reminder, we have no damage reduction and I want to maybe disable some of these mines. Beer, drinking on the job, I see. The usual bell tower professionalism. Okay, just how many mines are back here? I'm not sure.
Aft and bow thrusters.
Too many is the answer. But we have some freebies, even though these concussion mines, they're almost next to useless. Yeah, that's the elevator we saw on the top level. It's movable, but I think it's too low to serve any purpose with them. Okay, so we have resolved the crisis to a certain degree. Went quite smoothly, by all considerations.
Securing
Yeah, if only we can get to the ammo package, that would also be swell.
Prepare for unloading.
So, anything else here? Pocket secretary. Well, what is it? Possible gas leak, didn't we already read that? I think we did. Well, redundancy in case you bypass the... Oh, well, speaking of which. Of course, don't forget we have to crouch and use the walk, run toggle, both at the same time, otherwise we're triggering these mines regardless. Okay, yes, that's what I thought. So, that should be all of them, I'm hoping. So, well, I don't see any movable crates, so unless we have the leg augmentation, we're not getting that stuff, like ever. Now, we do have a praxis point. If you want to. Okay, so we check these pods here before we move on, and I do believe we picked up the passcode for that laser tripwire, which is nice. Yeah, more cryo pods, of course, we've only seen a portion of the ship up to this point. Yeah, so what's this all about? South Africa, I suppose. Anti-bell tower activist is, of course, a crime. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, they're looking for these DNA markers, I think. That seems to be the only yeah, common factor here for all these abductees.
Docking bay confirmed.
Irrational behavior. So why bother them? Because anyone could have this all-important marker like us. I think they're really looking for yeah, the miracle DNA sequence, like another patient X. Could be. Incarceration, interrogation, alright. So, oh, alert panel, didn't even see that. Well, at least they didn't manage to trigger it with something. Okay, apparently not everyone can afford a new pause, unsurprisingly. And this is 6 months after Ben Sexton's adventure, so... Yeah, I think that's their code name for turning them over to the harvesters, the looks the part at least. Is anything else back here? Well, if it's too heavy, this is movable theoretically. But I don't think with only one praxis point we can actually get any arm augmentations. Apparently a rogue bell tower operative. Huh. Well, he's in the ice bucket. He can be in the ice bucket for decades, I guess. If it's the same type of technology we've been seeing in many sci-fi movies and whatever. Okay, slave market video. Huh.
Securing bay doors.
Of course, the bell tower doesn't really care about maintaining order, they just pretend to. If it's convenient, it makes them some money. Yeah, I think it's Reifebank Station, Silo B. So some, okay, so the stopover was actually not triggered by our presence. The ship was actually scheduled to dock here. Okay, just noticed, that's interesting. Okay, so they have processing going on at the station and then they're moving the rest to Singapore, I guess. Those deemed worthy, or something along these lines, at least in their mind. Harvester, okay. Well, we saw plenty of those, and they were picked up in China someplace. Well, it doesn't say necessarily. Yeah, Yeah, a back alley, Doctor.
Docking bay confirmed.
Not quite sure who that is. Not someone we're familiar with, unless it's a reference to Deus Ex 4. I think they mentioned a couple of these people working together with Ben Saxon during his Bell Tower days. Could be, but this guy was a heavily augmented soldier. But we don't know, at least I don't remember. These are not, of course, cheap to come by. Yeah. I think it's going to the ranch, maybe. Omega, yeah, send Omega ranch. Okay, that's where they're doing the harvesting, I think. And just people deemed unworthy for the processing. Okay, war not quite sure, are they referring to Hengsha with wow, really should have killed all the dudes back here wide, including Tom when we had the chance. But now it's a bit too late for that. Alright, so that's good police work, right? Found marked on the street, secured, and then put into cryosleep for further processing. Wow, that's lovely here. Okay, anything else? I don't think so, right? Unless you can find that crate we're looking for. The game developers may have made sure that there's no such crate in this entire area, so you have to pick the augmentation. That could be. Oh, I don't see anything. We saw some cardboard boxes, but these are too low, incidentally. Oh, we did come through here. But there's no way to make a crate squeeze past here, I think. Maybe. I don't think that's going to happen. No, I don't think it is. So we have to make do without whatever that package was. And the other guy's the only one remaining in the entire area. Well, eventually he's going to notice. Yeah, I think there's nothing back here. I saw one crate, which is of the larger variety. Okay, so I don't want to spend like 20-30 minutes trying to squeeze a crate for here. What you need to do is to pick the augmentation, of course. Either of those. Yeah, that's one heavy crate. And I think there was a vent behind there because incidentally it's the only movable crate in the entire area. So there must be a vent back here. We just cannot see it, right? That's what I thought. But I think hacking augmentations are probably more important right now. And where's the panel? Where's the panel? Must be someplace. I mean, we can stealth through here, theoretically. Just to be on the safe side. Maybe there's a crate back here. It's maybe not a one-way affair. Indeed, it is not. That's good.
Beginning final approach to Rifleman.
Yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time, of course. Okay, 2 doors to go. One of which is locked with level 3 security, which we can crack open. I do believe it is time to finally upgrade our stealth abilities, because at the moment it's pathetic. It's absolutely good and pathetic. So. Now we have the choice between unlocked and potentially dangerous, and locked and potentially less dangerous. Or we're just looking for supplies, could also be the idea here. Of course we cannot because it's level 3 and I'm a level 2 hacker, a level 2 baby hacker incidentally. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, that roots out that angle at least for the time being. If we find another crate, maybe I'll give it a spin. Maybe. Or this could just be the transition point. Sally port. Okay, we've arrived, which means this will be the end of the level. So we finally made it off the ship, apparently. But, so I'm not sure what's in here. I see some movable crates, incidentally. Okay, maybe I should have preserved that one point there, right? But I was a bit too late. Yeah, so other practice points. I guess eventually there will be coming towards us, but not until we do something meaningful, which we cannot accomplish in this area. Okay then, so we have to do without that one lovely sweet spot. We tried our hardest in this episode, in last episode, and it just isn't going to happen, is it though? Okay, unfortunate, but it cannot be helped. Of course, I'm playing for the DLC the very first time, naturally. Okay. Oh, it's actually not. Oh, really? A security checkpoint. But I still think my point stands. Probably. Of course this will raise an alert because we're not authorized to be here. Unless this guy can override the security system. I think his name is Janus. We also saw the same guy working in the Juggernaut Collective, I believe it was. The guy communicating with us in the Costa Rica safe house basement.
Activating security scan.
Yeah, we're not authorized to be here. They're scanning everything except for our DNA. It takes more effort.
Biometric data assembled.
Oh, can you get the retinal analysis if I'm even looking at the camera?
Subject not recognized.
Sadly, Norway gets at the base on alert. I may be able to buy you some time, but
So, you're a hacker.
there's a maintenance tunnel in loading bay 1. Access through a floor panel. Get inside. Follow the cables, and try not to kill the person inside.
Access
Up to this point, we didn't kill anyone for that matter. Okay, so yeah, so wollen wir erfahren, das wird einfordert. Okay. So, wow. Hallo. I don't think it's going to work, and now we have the praxis point.
activating security scan.
I need to pick up the level 3 hacking ability so we can check what's in that room. Yeah, I just saved before that, I think, right?
Assembled.
Yeah, alright. It's a bit strange, but I suppose it's possible to go back here. Otherwise, why would they give you the option?
Subject not recognized. Access denied.
So it was a one-way affair only, but I believe that's what I thought. Well, unfortunately, it cannot be helped any longer, so we see what we can do. But I think hacking is still on the cards for us, possibly. Security bypassing opportunity, I think, for event, I think he said. Something like this. Well, I suppose we can figure it out. Oh, hello there. Maybe we have some friends waiting for us. How many friends? No idea. And which type of firearm are we going to use here? And as you saw, concussion mines are almost next to useless unless you have an immediate follow-up, which we usually don't. Okay, we're now aboard the station. Interestingly, there was no loading screen between the ship and the station itself. Okay, where are we going? I think this is something about a vent or anything in between. Yeah, did I see this correctly? I'm sorry. Okay, maintenance tunnel. Floor panning in loading bay 1. Is it loading bay 1? I'm not sure. Oh, it is marked right here. But it could just be a coincidence. Oh, well. That answers a question, so we're still on board the ship then.
The ship's loading bay. If anything strange turns up, report immediately. Got a box gun on standby in case.
Is this about the stowaway that was captured en route? I thought he was being kept in the hold until we could transfer him to detention.
Affirmative. However, we've also been apprised of some alarm activity on board. Nothing confirmed, but we're playing this one.
Yeah, there was some alert activity, unfortunately so. So, are they coming over here or not? I'm not sure. Energy is such a problem right now. It's a bit unfortunate, frankly. Let's just observe and see what he's doing. Yeah, we triggered the alert, I think, unsurprisingly, because this campaign is a bit harder than the average human revolution experience when it comes to maintaining our stealth angle. Okay, and they said try not to kill the people inside, or the person. I think this was only a person, right? Only one guy. Up to this point, we didn't even kill anyone except for the goons we had no control over because it happened off screen in between cutscenes. Okay, some machine pistol ammo, whopping 30 bullets. Oh, hello there. I'm not sure we can make a move against them necessarily. And if they change elevation, as you can see, they also disappear from our radar. Maybe him, but I cannot stealth and knock him out at the same time because we don't have the energy for that. But he's all on his own, isn't he? Isn't that sad? Maybe for him. Yeah, what's the other guy doing? He's not coming back by chance? I don't see him. Maybe not. And this must be loading bay 1 then, I figure. Well, we can try to get a bit closer, but there's no way to hide over here. I think what we're supposed to do is to bypass some people. Yeah, but we need the ammo very presently because eventually it will be necessary to open fire on the Spec Ops guys. Well, he doesn't seem to be coming at least, so... Going behind him if I can make this happen, that would be great. I think we made it over here. I think we may have. Okay, he's taking a smoke break, which means that it's probably against regulations. Most likely. Okay, eat an energy bar, then we wait for this to stealth and then we knock him out. I think it cannot be done in any other fashion because we don't have a stun gun any longer. I mean, technically we do, but it's out of ammo because these people, they shoot to kill. They don't worry about stealth angle. Good night, sweet prince. Right in the dick, that's gonna hurt. Especially for augmented arms, of course. Okay, sometimes you do the cloak in cutscenes, but only sometimes. And I guess we can look for here, but not get for here. Okay, so we have a shotgun with 3 cartridges and some painkillers. Well, these are used for granted. Okay, so far so good. About to jinx it, of course. And the loading bay 1 is over here someplace, I would think. No, it's loading bay 2, actually. It will be a long trek, I guess. Well, first things first, we actually have to deboard the ship, of course. Yeah, someone is alerted, the guy looking for me, but of course I shouldn't know I'm right here, even though I pressed the button to activate the winch. But I may not know that, of course. Maybe I have to race past here because sneaking, crouching, and stealthing at the same time, that's not going to be enough in terms of energy. At the moment, I don't even know where the other dude is. So we should probably keep observing. Yeah, okay. We see a camera, I believe. With a range of 30 meters when it comes to our, yeah, minimap right now. The same as in Deus Ex 4 without any upgrades. Yeah, we are sitting on the practice points still, I believe, aren't we? Indeed we are. I think it will be going into hacking, but then again, the moment the problem is energy, but we can never recharge past the current pip, never, ever. Something they actually fixed in the director's cut because it annoyed many people for understandable reasons, because energy bars are in short supply, as is everything in this game, really. Okay, if I knew where the other guy was, oh, he's back here, right? Right, okay, the problem is I'm not sure I can sneak over here with my energy and then wait for it to recharge. That's going to be difficult. I mean, the camera won't be a problem, I know that much at least. Just in case he turns around or something stupid, because it could happen, couldn't not. And there we go, so we finally see the ship from the outside. That's pretty impressive looking. I think he may be oblivious. He may be oblivious. But there's only one way to find out. And this being a cargo bay, maybe they actually have some supplies in here. But I suppose they're mostly unloading these people for processing. Don't throw them over the railing, please, Adam. That would count as murder, presumably. This time around, you cannot claim self-defense. Even though this is technically a military operation. Okay, 1 shotgun cartridge. 1 shell of buckshot. Oh, that's always good. That's always good. Okay, so back here it's pretty dark. Should probably take advantage of this, shouldn't you say? Yeah, don't mess with the camera, it's unnecessary, but this is a dead end anyway. I suppose you could swim, but not like this. Great, huh? Well, we've noticed there can be a movable line of sight obstruction, but at the moment, of course, we cannot get back into the ship. Even though we didn't see a loading level, it was just a transition scene here. Locking off the rest of the area permanently. Alrighty then. I can see something else, or someone else for that matter. Yeah, what's going on the other side incidentally, because this leads straight into the cargo bay. Like, through the front door. That may not be ideal. May not be ideal, right? I don't think there's actually someone standing back here, so no one should hear this, I'm hoping. Yeah, pretty nice looking. Of course, we knew the ship has multiple decks. Not quite sure how many. I think it was at least 8 or so. Probably more than that. Okay, there's the alert panel, there's the camera. And back here we have that's not being passable apparently. Don't think it's a matter of lacking any particular augmentation. Probably not, and the range of the camera is pretty limited, but you can only see this if you pick one of those gamey augmentations, which I don't want to do. Yeah, I don't think we can squeeze through here, it seems unlikely, so our path has been set for us then, presumably. Yeah, probably right. Adam, please. No, not this again. No, sprinting and stealthing at the same time completely screws my... No. I'm rubber banding here again, as you can tell. I'm actually sprinting in the wrong direction. And I have no control over my movement right now. Yeah. Nothing. What the heck, man? Wow, unbelievable. Okay, but apparently there are some bugs in this title, but we haven't noticed too many, thankfully. Okay, but didn't get me spotted, so I suppose we can live with that. What in the actual heck, mates? But in here I'm not quite sure where we are going for that matter. Hopefully not right into an enemy. They said they also deployed a robot. I think they said that right, a big robot, because it's the one stomping in the middle here. We have no idea about its patrol pattern, but we can destroy it. We do have some MP grenades, which could be useful later on. And destroying the robot, of course, it makes lots of noise and draws a tons of attention, and ideally no one should know that we have aborted the station itself. Yeah, I don't think it can see me. That's good. So verticality and 3D environment is a concern, of course. Yeah, there's the robot. It's pretty annoying. And someone is over here someplace. But I don't have a good idea as to where that could be. And there's some supplies. I'd like that. Do I see this correctly? Some stun gun darts, which of course we cannot take because our entire fucking inventory is chock full of crap again. And I think we should probably get rid of what exactly. The concussion grenades. They're not very useful. So goodbye. I don't think we have any superfluous ammo. Maybe drop one firearm. But then again, we need to gear up. I'm pretty certain about this. So it gives us 4 in total, so we can at least reload it. Yeah, someone is stationed in some place, but I'm not quite sure where it is.
Crew to Sector Alpha. Cargo crew to Alpha.
Alright, apparently the eye is also in control of the station. So where is that guy? Is it up here someplace? There was a ladder, I think, right? Maybe not. But I have no idea, frankly. This is a big metal pillar, so we're not going to get past here. I did see a movable crate, but I have no idea where that guy is, not the slightest clue. Nor do I see any ventilation access because it's in a different loading bay. Or we pick up the grenades and drop the mines, could also be a smart idea. I'm not quite sure which one is more useful. I don't think concussion is very useful like across the board. You still have to follow up when it comes to knocking them out. Yeah, he must be stationed up here someplace. In which case I simply can't see him. The walkway potentially, if there's a walkway. There may be a walkway, in which case even more important that we don't get us spotted. Yeah, we have to race over here and see what we can do. Past the camera, but we have to race over here. Hope that the bug doesn't trigger incidentally. Yeah, that's the bell tower logo. Obviously, going loud would be a lot easier for us, but of course, we don't want to do this as well. So, okay, there's one dude. Armed with what exactly? I have no clue. Can I see it from here? And they're not on the radar, of course, are they? Okay, So it didn't trigger this time, which is good. So we've made it over here so we can investigate this area with some successor mobbing. Some containers. There is something blinking, probably another one of those cargo pods, I would think. The overhead crane. There's the robot. Yeah, I can see why they changed this in the director's cut because all this investment into our augmentations, at least our battery capacity, is completely useless if we can never recharge past the current pip and they don't give us enough energy bars. That was the exact same problem in Deus Ex the Fall. And of course, the Deus Ex the Fall was developed and released before the remaster or the director's cut. I think they also used a different engine for whatever reason, which apparently is known to be more buggy. Yeah, no ladder here wide. Oh, no, unfortunately not.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed as soon as possible.
Good, good, good. Multiple helipads, of course. Yeah, also meine, this is the black site facility. It is completely off the grid. At the moment, it's even more off the grid because satellite communications are down, which is the only saving grace for us right now. Okay, loading bay free. So we're getting further away from our objective than I see. Okay, we can get on top here, of course. Yes, I know evidently we can just knock out the robot with one EP grenade and call it a day, but I think this would be more interesting to do here. And getting up here will be impossible without moving a crate about, which is impossible because it's a robot. So, assuming of course we can even fight any movable crates. But I think they intend us to probably buy that leg augmentation, yes, I think. Most likely. I mean, what are chances we can even defend ourselves successfully if our cover gets blown? That's also a question we need to be asking ourselves. Because with a stun gun, that's not going to happen. And the shotgun has much ammo. Okay, at least we can reload it, finally. A miracle. So it may sustain us for one firefight only. Same goes for the machine pistol. And the problem is selecting these weapons in preparation and holstering. That means if I press the left mouse button, we will equip this automatically. Oh, that was not so much. There was one guy on top here someplace, but I'm not certain about this patrol pattern. But lines of sight are calculated dynamically in this game, as we found out. But it's good. I think the robot never comes all the way over here. And there's the guy next to the security room, presumably. Yeah, most likely. I don't like these things, but they go down pretty easily on this difficulty level. But it's anything but easy, right? Wouldn't you say? Okay, so are we going to use the ladder and then knock this guy out and turn off the robot? Maybe we have to do this. Seems to be the only guy in the room except for the soldier we spotted on the other side of this stack of containers, which, well, is currently unknown still as to what it could be. And since we're playing with item highlights disabled, it's a bit hard to tell where we're going at a glance, right? We have to look in the darkness, which adds to the atmosphere. It's a pretty beefy piece of equipment, whatever it could be. I think it's actually just a vehicle right for moving these containers about. Yeah, pretty ominous, but without access to a security panel, which we may not even be able to hack for that matter. And these stairs that seem like asking for getting shot in the face. So, can we spot the third guy? Someplace? Really, they have civilian contractors at this backside facility. In which order? Well, you know the order, of course. Well, if we use anything, it's gonna be the ladder, or we knock out the robot and make a big splash here, but ideally, that shouldn't happen that way. And this guy was looking where exactly? I think it was over the railings to the right, I believe. Yeah, maybe. So they're banking all their security on automated robots. That may turn out to be a mistake, friends. But I don't remember anything about pieces of cover upstairs. That's also a problem. So we have to wait for the robot to turn around. Then go for the ladder and then find some cubby hole up here somewhere. Maybe. I'm not sure it can be facilitated. And I don't see any other way to go. Yeah, there's one guy at the far side of the room. Next to the second camera. That should be good enough to get to the ladder and then at least get up here. Okay, we can hide back here. That's good. That's excellent as a matter of fact. And one guy is pacing back and forth, and now we have, well, at least a little bit of a vantage point. So this is not the walkway, it's just the rail for the overhead crane. Okay, good to know. But if you go here, then the robot can see us, I believe. And this guy will also see us because I only have one energy pip. We could also make our stealth ability more energy efficient. That's an option, I think, still. We're not completely maxed out. Actually, we are completely maxed out, so it's going to get any better. So I take it back. Yeah, it would be so much easier if you just blast your way through this. I'm fully aware.
Security credentials must be carried
Oh, we don't have
at all
any.
times. You may be asked to produce said credentials by security personnel. Please comply.
Yeah, or it will result in your termination, then prosecution in this order. Put a dead man in front of a court-martial. I think there's a tiny opportunity to make this happen without the robot seeing it. This guy coming over here. Maybe. Depends on where the body falls down, because if the robot sees this, evidently we have problems.
New personnel should
Okay, would you
report
please
to
turn around,
security
mister?
center for biometric scan.
Yeah, look at your e-book, but of course he can still see us. I think the robot will see this if we don't remove the body swiftly. Well, at least it deals with him, I'm hoping. So we can now hide from the robot, I guess, maybe. I don't think there's a second guy in the room, I'm hoping. Okay, here we are equipped with a machine pistol.
New flight schedules will be distributed as soon
Man,
as
Adam, what are you
possible.
doing, you fucking idiot? Drop this guy. Can't hold additional ammo apparently. I think it's just director effects screwing us over. Let's have one of those though. Yeah, there's no one else in the security room, which is good. So, okay, the robot cannot see this, but only barely able to figure. That's good. Okay, what's going on about inventory? We need the ammo. We have one firearm too many, but then again, what's the... Yeah. The problem is with the lack of supplies in this game. Okay, get rid of these stupid things here then. Very useful. 2 bullets. Wow. Really? 2 bullets, my friends.
Security credentials must be carried at all times.
I'd rather have some gas grenades, you know, instead of these useless things.
Said credentials by security personnel.
Okay, there's a glass 4 door, which of course is currently inaccessible. I would figure. There may not be anyone on the far side of the room. Could be. We're not quite sure about this yet. But this guy certainly is here. Maybe turning off the cameras would be a good idea. But the robot being offline would probably attract some attention, I would assume.
Cargo crew to Sector Alpha. Cargo crew to Alpha.
Are we in Alpha? I'm not sure. This guy should have a 360 turret and also 360 cameras, but evidently does not. Well, otherwise the game would be too hard, I guess. Okay, there's the security terminal, which we probably cannot hack. And some supplies we probably cannot store, like beer. That's good. Well, it just healed us, I think. Level 3, so we cannot without upgrading, of course. And down the pocket secretary or post-it note here somewhere. Okay, same problem being a baby hacker. This is unlocked. Yeah, I don't think we can access these from cover, but then again. Yeah, we cannot, that's what I thought. Oh, lots of emails. I think the robot can see us, I'm hoping. No, I don't think it can. Okay, they have a jumper aboard here. Yeah, then we're scrolling down, we're seeing some interesting new age stuff here, presumably. Door Mentalist. Whatever that may be. Right. We keep this in mind, Chaplain. By monthly biometric security clearance scan. Yeah, that's our ship just docking at loading bay 2, not at loading bay 1. Okay, they're picking up some status pods and they're dropping off at 147 at the same time. Also some general purpose supplies for this base, of course. Something of interest is stored at loading bay 3 apparently. I will shall remind myself of that. Okay. What is THA? I'm not sure. But the Hangshaw seems to be talking about the harvesters, of course. Okay, we have machine pistol ammo, no just regular ammo. Too bad. And some event max back here, of course. Okay, exogen shipping, unsurprisingly. So it's worth checking out the door, maybe, and see if it's actually something we can crack open. Yeah. Okay, we do have the self-ability, of course. Let me guess it will be too high level. Level 5. Oh, unless we find a keypad, that's not going to happen. I mean, a keycard someplace. Yeah, what could we even achieve for this here? Do we have some blueprints, actually? Staircase down, okay. Burke's office. Huh. Really? Oh, that's not good. I don't want to be there right now. But apparently we don't have a choice, do we do? Yeah, we need to get to loading bay 1, whatever that happens. Yeah, whatever that could be for that matter. Because I don't remember. Security checkpoint. We don't want to be here. Okay, that's a pretty large area then, I would figure. So level 5 hacking is never going to happen. Despite our best wishes and prayers. Because we're still off by how many? Yeah, way too many is the answer. But I think it could be a good idea regardless. Yeah, because stuff is completely maxed out and energy wow cannot be helped anyway. So wow, there's only one way to go then. The hard way, of course. Unsurprisingly. Now we know there's one guy on the bottom layer next to the is a tripwire, the robot, which incidentally we should be able to deactivate now. It is the cameras. Yeah, okay, wow. Is the baby hacker, so detection is pretty likely to happen. But we have 3 attempts, of course. Was detection almost 50%. May as well just be 100%. Well, sometimes I should just mark my own words. Why shouldn't I? Really? That's extremely unlikely. Alle chances, weil all dice rolls for that. But we're taking it. Of course, yeah, of course, I forgot we cannot. But let's turn off the cameras then. This is the guy next to the security checkpoint, I think. Well, that's good to know. This is the camera on the far side. Yeah, which was a bit useless to deactivate because we're never going to get back here. Okay, the robot, of course, is off limits, but at least we hacked the cameras, which is something. Since there's no way else to go for us, we have to proceed down below. Knock out this guy, avoid the security robot, and hack that panel at the same time. That's going to be difficult to achieve. And how far away is our next praxis point? Miles away, of course. Well, that's great. Is there any place to hide? Yes, there is. Okay. Now, jumping down below, that's going to break our legs and it else. Oh, hello there, pal. Is there anything else of interest? Maybe. That could have been risky, but he didn't notice, which is good. I don't think it gets us to new places except for the security panel, which of course, well, is the only guy remaining in the room, so it's not going to make a difference, I think. But it will get us discovered if we're uncareful. I know. We could just use an EP grenade to knock this thing out. That would make things a lot easier, of course. But we want to do it properly. They said we shouldn't be discovered. In this case, it actually does make some sense, because if our involvement is known, then we have plenty of problems. We can just knock out the guy, drag him back here, where the robot isn't looking, and then hopefully he has a passcode for us. That's great if it can be achieved. He's actually going someplace else now.
Entering restricted areas will result in termination and
if we stay that close to the robot, that makes it even harder, you know. So once again, we have to time this very properly here. good enough. You have to see. Okay, come on, Adam. Come on, Adam. Please, quickly. Yeah, the robot takes about 1 second to turn around, I think. That was the only saving grace, and hopefully they're still dragging that body. And did we do? And you have no pocket secretary. Wow, great. Well, at least we're cleaning out the entire room except for that robot, which, well, it will be difficult. But if it's the only remaining obstacle in the entire room, maybe an EP grenade would not be uncalled for. But I think it would, at least should trigger an automatic alert, wouldn't you say? But so far I'm having fun, relying on the stealth angle entirely. It's a little bit unusual for us, of course.
Security credentials must be carried at all times.
All times, they say. There's not a guy in the room. Okay, level 1. Wow. Okay, wow. But the problem is I have to hack this regardless with the robot still being at large. And since I have to say with the overlays, it's a bit hard to see what else is accessible and indeed not accessible. Oh no, 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 no. No, oh no, I fucking blew it at the very end, didn't I? Unbelievable.
You're dead! Where are you?
We have to be kidding me with this. It's have to be fucking kidding me with this. One fucking chance encounter. One fucking chance encounter and they blew it. You can't believe this, right? All this work for nothing, but since we died anyhow, what gives, I guess. Unbelievable. That's the level of difficulty we are talking about in this DLC here. And, one shotgun blast and we are toast. Of course we are. Well, at least we know he's over here now.
Cargo crew to Alpha.
Fucking unbelievable, man. Okay, what are the chances of that happening? Of course, I should do this all the time here, presumably. So this was the guy we didn't manage to get that beat on. And he's also smoking, so it's always looking in our direction. Even better. Probably. Of course, that's even worse. Oh, okay, maybe I have to use it after all.
Enter combat.
The door is for this here. Really, the door isn't even fucking opened. There's no keycard whatsoever. And now the robot is coming over here. But I think it should come down eventually. And our movement has not been positively proven. Of course, they have these fucking interlinks. Every single dude has the fucking interlink back here. And you did see that how exactly robot. Yeah, there is a door, but it only opens from the other side. Right, doesn't it? I think it does. Ah, how unfortunate is that? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think we're supposed to jump over here with the leg augmentation, which we don't have right now. No keycard, so I have to probably hack this the hard way. I can stealth, that makes things a little bit easier, but we can't really spare anything. And the alert has been triggered. No, it's just the status panel on the... Yeah, on this device, whatever it may be. Yeah, it's not going to calm down, I see, right? Probably. How did he notice that door? That's what I want to know here. He shouldn't have. Okay, get this going here, please, quickly.
Civilian contractors must stay within designated areas.
Yes. Active, and I get back into cover, please, before the robot comes back. What's to happen eventually? Yes, I can stealth through here, but I don't want any accidents any longer. And this thing has finally calmed down. Is that the longest trek we've ever had in this campaign up to this point? Was it trying our hardest to stay undetected on board the station at least? If not the ship itself? Fucking robots, man. Okay. There's of course the security system. Alright, we made it in here. So hopefully this area will open just a tiny bit. That would be great. And we start with this here. I'm not quite sure what they stored in this one container because we didn't find it. The way to get to there, of course. Okay, some crates, WD. WD. Well. That's what I get, I suppose. For not having the overlays enabled. Yeah, there we go. Would have been so easy. That would have been so easy, right? Would have been so goddamn easy. Okay, well. If I learn saying goes, and Adam, can you please fucking crouch? There we go. Close that vent, please. Really? It would have been that easy, just like that. Where is it even in relation to the loading bay? Over here, of course, in the star corner. Yeah, that's what I get, right, for not having the overlays enabled. So, all of this was completely unnecessary. Well, since we managed to stay undetected, except for the one accident, I guess it's a type of game where one mistake can make all the difference in the world. Yeah, indeed it does. Okay, loading bay 2, I think that's set. Yeah, I think these are still mine templates or anything in between. Or just these cups. Okay, that's what they are. Possible plastic. Corridor. Yes, it is a corridor. Not quite sure what that is, but it doesn't seem to be damaging us. Emergency lights, maybe. Okay, are we actually moving towards loading bay 1? That's something I want to know. Alright, someone on the other side of the door. That must be loading bay 1 then, I think, which is just as large and just as infested with these dudes. And this area is over here someplace, I think. Okay, if they aren't coming right now, I think I take it. Anything else on the ground here by chance? No, it doesn't look like the part. This is not cover because it's round, you know, and not flat. I don't think we should play with these people in here necessarily. If it can be avoided. Yeah, nothing, right? Nothing. That's what I thought. Yeah, absolutely nothing. We came up empty-handed. And we used up one of our precious stun gun bullets, unfortunately so. Nice idea. Okay, a couple of people on patrol. Yeah, immediately makes them alert. Of course, that's what I thought. Well, I think they should still not be able to see us, but...
If anyone's here, come out now.
I mean, what else can I do about this? There's nothing I can do. Pray and hope. He's isolated right now, but I can't make a move, can I do? Because I cannot hide behind here. That means the door will open again, so that will just be a repeat of the situation, I think. Yeah, probably. Wow, that's great.
Who's there?
Well, maybe we have to do it after all. Knock him out as soon as possible and hope the other guy doesn't notice. That's not going to happen because the falls on the other side, of course. Okay, come on, direct this guy in here. Well, if you want to be that way, sir, there you go. Sleep tight. Of course, some people are more alert than others. And where's your weapon? Okay, 2 more shotgun cartridges. Buckshot. Okay, I can see some containers I want to investigate, of course. So, okay, there's a big pipe leading on top here. Another container hovering attached to the overhead crane, I believe. Second overhead crane, which you can probably repurpose to lower that container and then see what it contains. Yeah, probably. So, how far away is our little objective? Probably on the opposite side of the room, I would think. Most likely. All this crap all over again. This time around, well, the problem is I have to save up some ammo. So what we're going to drop for this energy booster. Because these are even harder to come by. 2 9x19 slugs maybe. Get them out of here. And leave the guns behind because we don't even possess that weapon. I haven't seen it like at all. Too heavy. Cannot get it. So, okay, this is evidently not a way to go then for us. Okay, 1 smoker. And smoking kills. Maybe Adam doesn't, but smoking certainly does. Another dude here someplace.
You didn't hear that?
Yeah, well, unfortunately they did, right? That's lovely.
Be advised, new personnel should report to Security Central for biometric scan.
I don't think it's even permissible for him to get through here, but he's probably looking for the other side of the container. Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's great. I think it's actually coming this direction. Maybe not. Oh, so they can path in here sometimes. That's interesting. Didn't figure that would be possible, but then again, it's an average human character. They should fit through here.
Looks clean to me.
Yeah, holds that pistol, sir. Nothing to be concerned about here. But of course, I cannot give chase that easily, can I do?
Sector Alpha.
We should try that.
Cargo crew to Alpha.
Okay, wow, fantastic. At least we made it through here. So this guy is next on the menu. It's only a pistol here, but then again, nasty surprises like a camera, or I think it's a turret, right? I think it's an auto turret. Wow, lovely. Great. And now he's moved away again. All the way around, and I see something highlighted there, which we can carry because it looks like a weapon. What is that? Trigger module for the rocket launcher. Apparently there's a rocket launcher someplace. Or we assemble our own rocket launcher. In which case, how are we going to store this thing? Yeah, by that turret, no doubt. But then again, we're also going in the wrong direction, incidentally. And that's a goddamn turret. Which probably could see us. Okay, this guy is out of our grasp here, unless we try to attract him again. Yeah, where was that crate? Or one crate? I'm not quite sure we can squeeze through here again, right? Okay.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed.
Sometimes it is workable.
You didn't hear that?
Yeah, of course that fucking thing crashes right against the doorway, so it probably cannot come through here.
I think it came from around here.
Yes, indeed it did. I just have to get in range, knock him out. But he cannot make it happen, right?
Security
Looks clean to
credentials
me.
must be carried at all times.
Yeah.
You
Turn
may
to the
be
left,
asked
sir,
to
please.
Said credentials by security personnel. Please comply.
It's just not going to happen. Unless we can try this again. Yeah, this doesn't fit in here. Or through there, that's the problem. And if he turns the corner and we aren't ready for him, then we have some problems, right? If he sees us, everyone has an infilling ability around here. That's a problem.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed.
And now both of them are coming, of course. That's exactly what I wanted, right? Hey! Man! What does it fucking take here, man, to knock out a single dude?
I think it came from around here.
I cannot be seen. That's the problem. I just cannot be seen.
Alright. That's enough. Ain't nothing here.
Oh, now we're back here. For what purpose, I'm not quite sure.
Civilian contractors must stay within designated areas.
Pocket secretary.
Entering restricted areas
That's something.
will result in termination and prosecution.
If he comes back here, you should be at least a little bit easier to knock out, right? Wouldn't you say? So, okay, turret's calibration. Alright, so there's the password. If you can get to it, of course. Or reprogram it, which would be a lot easier. Or just put EP grenade, you know. Doing this thing the hard way with weapons and going shooty, that would make things a lot easier. I'm fully aware of that. Okay, now we can track them back here, I'm hoping.
You didn't hear that?
Yeah, I will be super suspicious because it happened for a 5th time or so. I would be super suspicious at this point.
I think it came from around here.
You see anything?
I'd be extremely suspicious. Finally though, it paid off, I'm hoping. As long as the turret doesn't see him. And once again, why are we keeping these people alive at the Bell Tower Black Site facility when they are evidently engaged in lots of wrongdoing? Because I'm not quite sure, because we were asked not to do it.
Sector Alpha.
Because if our involvement is unknown, it makes things a bit easier going down the road. I think they said exactly that. Yeah, we can get up here. It's just a matter of getting us a crate. Okay, so it means the path to the security panel may be clear. And then we turn off the turret at least. And see what else they have in store. Yeah, Now we can get up here. Once again, what's the purpose? Right, that's funny. So the other guy is still smoking, I think. This is where we came in, of course. Alright, so fantastic. Well, we have to make our way across the entire room anyway.
New personnel should report to Security Central.
Alright, I see it now.
Scan.
Two dudes in here eben. Okay. Once again, we cannot be seen. If we are seen, then we have some problems. I don't think we can knock out both of them at the same time.
All grounding orders have been rescinded.
Man, this DLC is not easy if you want to maintain stealth. It certainly isn't easy. I'll give it that. I mean, there's no place to hide. We cannot stealth in here because then I don't have any energy. Lure them away, potentially? I don't think it's going to happen either. They're going to notice the door opening wide, maybe. Not even that, huh?
Security credentials must be carried at all
Yeah, that's
times.
probably not a security computer,
You
so
may
it's
be
even
asked
further
to
than I thought it
present
is.
credentials by security personnel. Please comply.
Yeah, I have to use the stun gun here because the time freezes when we knock someone out, and the other guy is going to notice, and then we have the inflict situation again. It is not going to happen. I don't want to jinx it ideally. Shoot him, knock out the other guy. I think he's completely oblivious to us moving in this line here to the right side of the room.
Cargo crew to Alpha.
Yeah, so stealth games aren't easy. They're also pretty time intensive if you have to yeah, perfectly map out the entire area. Case in point, but these are just administrators. There's someone else on the other side of that room. Even more important that we don't alert him, wouldn't you say?
Gunshot!
Cargo crew to Sector Alpha. Cargo crew to Alpha.
Alright, I'm not going to lie to you friends, but this took quite a few attempts because they have instant split-second reaction times. No exceptions. No, Adam, what are you doing? Please don't. Okay, so that means I had to orchestrate this absolutely perfectly. And hopefully it will work this time around. And I didn't even notice the ladder because I have the object highlights disabled, right? Okay, if we get discovered here, then it's a good night for us, so I'd rather avoid this, you know.
Be
Yeah.
advised.
Okay, new personnel, whatever. That was surprisingly frustrating. I think if you don't have the augmentation that allows you to knock out both people at the same time, you have plenty of problems in this particular room. Yeah, I had no idea why that was so finicky, because if I knock out this guy, even with 2 energy pips, or shoot the other guy and I try to knock him out, even though I'm standing right next to him, they immediately turn around at like 1 frame of animation and they immediately trigger the alert because everyone around here has the infilink ability. And that simply doesn't make any sense, frankly, because they're fully preoccupied looking at your computer. What's the difference? It doesn't make any fucking difference if we drop from the roof or just sneak inside here. Yeah, and just to rub it in, look at this here, the enemies can actually see their bodies on the ground, so that also triggers the alert if they see the body through the grill in the door, even better, right? Just to rub it in. I was successful, but then again I also wasn't because someone else saw the bodies on the ground. Alright, and so these computers are now accessible theoretically, that's at least something.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed as soon as possible.
Yeah, this guy over here, this idiot, can see the bodies through the ventilation grill. Yeah, that's lovely. Oh, that's great, fantastic. Okay, so well then we can disable maybe one system, and we know the code for this, even though it's a hassle to type in.
Entering restricted areas will result in termination.
Yeah, termination, and of course we have no control over the turret, I think. there's the camera attached to the turret, so it's still able to fire it, as I would suppose. That seems likely. And the other terminal is probably unlocked. Yeah, because it was working on that thing. Okay, well, maybe later, because this guy is coming back, isn't he? And only then can we read the computer. Maybe find some access codes. Yeah, there's another alert panel on the far side, I think. I can barely see the outlines, so... Great. Well, it was super frustrating. And I really don't like to reload, but in this case, what I'm supposed to do here, we cannot pick that augmentation, and it would take another 30 minutes making our way through the other side of the cargo bay. We can knock out people, but if they turn around in one frame of animation, that's just unfair, frankly. Yeah, it's probably because we're playing on the second highest difficulty level, and they are free in the game, of course. And since we still have no damage reduction, only takes like 2 shots and we go down, and there's no way we can deal with like 3 people or 4 people or 5 people charging us. Never mind the turret, which we can't deactivate because, well, we don't have any augmentations for that right now, or these praxis kits.
Cargo crew to Sector Alpha.
Would be nice if we could attract him over here, maybe, and then also knock him out. Because he seems to be one of those more alert fellows. Well, he's staring right into here. He doesn't see the body, so maybe it's good. But I think the first thing they do is search for the next alert panel. Oh, whatever. Hopefully we can get us some useful information from back here. Well, it's a black site facility, so of course mail service around here is a bit spotty.
Please comply.
Okay, so talking about the cargo base there apparently. The unloading procedure being on hold. Alright, so it's interesting. We have a couple of bell top vessels to dock at the station. That's something we should probably mark down. Awaiting clearance, weather is still too bad.
New personnel should report to security center.
Yeah, also Singapore as a final destination. That's of course not a coincidence. Yeah, also Singapore of course. From Panama. Well, we've been there in Deus Ex the Fall. So they're loading some items to bring them to the ranch, I think they called it. It's our ship, of course. Heading to Hong Kong, and then probably... No, that was our final destination, interestingly enough. Yeah, Tokyo, Hangsha, and Hong Kong, we saw abductees from all these countries, naturally.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed as soon as possible.
Interesting. Well, I'm not quite sure what these people are storing right now, but probably nothing good here. Also an ebook. Yeah, fantastic. We already read it, I believe, in Tong's parking garage. Yeah, probably. We know the future of man, but these people apparently know the future of man, as it would appear. There's also a weapons locker. Oh, but we have in here some shotguns. Okay, 6 cartridges and a frag grenade, which we cannot hold. Of course we don't. Well, are they even that useful? Maybe they could be, but once again, the problem is we have 1 firearm to man in our inventory. That's the primary problem, ultimately. Well, I guess we have 2 frag grenades and 2 EMP grenades. That has to be good enough for now. And from gas grenade incidentally, which of course doesn't prevent people from being alerted. Yeah, this just... where does it lead? I can check it out, I guess. Well, there's a hiding spot, I guess. It's better than nothing. Get a drop on him with this 2-piece cover. Then what? At a vantage point. Okay, well, it's still miles away. It's on the other side of the room here. And the turret is so angry and down below us someplace, which means you cannot see it. Yeah, drop down here, knock him out, and no one will see. That could be idea. That's the alert panel that gave me some trouble, of course. Back here, there's something of interest. With a keypad on the side. Yeah, this is certainly not an easy DSC if you want to keep it quiet. It's anything but easy. And since they're on a different elevation, we can only see them, but they're not showing up on our radar. Even better. Oh, then, sir, what's the play? Would you please come over here finally?
Must stay within designated areas.
Actually, have 2 alert panels. They're even better. Wow,
will
fucking
result
fantastic.
in termination and prosecution.
Yeah, this campaign is certainly harder than the regular experience, especially if you want to maintain full stealth. He's not coming over here, right? So we have to do it like this here, maybe. Okay, das wird einfach. Then get a bit closer, knock him out. Hope that one sees him. Oder die, yeah, we need to spot it. The body for the store. I guess it does make some sense. But it's annoying regardless. Yeah, what is that here? We have no idea right now, right? There's a ladder, there's some stairs, okay. And box office appears to be on the other side of the complex.
All grounding orders have been rescinded. New flight schedules will be distributed as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can move now if we can recharge. Quickly enough. Well, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but needs to fall in a position where people cannot see him. This will only be right here, I think. Yeah, that is what stealth games are all about. It takes up lots of your time. Well, it would be easier if you had a tranquilizer rifle.
For biometric scan.
And maybe there's something of interest in that room over here. And we haven't even searched through 33% of the entire cargo bay for that matter. And I can see that we have some supplies in one of these containers. Yeah.
Please comply.
Yeah, we will comply by punching people in the face. That's our credentials. We don't need anything else to do. Yeah. As soon as they're spotted, immediately everyone knows because they have the infilling ability. It's like a hive mind, frankly. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. Because they actually need to use their radius to call this in, infilling or not, but apparently it just doesn't happen here in this game. Okay, so Pocket Secretary. Alright, was probably in level 5 security door, I would figure, so good thing we found that. Yeah, machine pistol, which of course you cannot carry, or at least the ammo, these 2 bullets I would think. Yeah, and why are you going for the pistol, Adam? For now we keep the stun gun ready. And what is it? How difficult for that matter? Level 1 only. Alright, well, maybe it opens up some areas because there's a staircase behind it. Yeah, the staircase, of course. Okay, a ladder. There's a dude someplace we cannot see right now, but how many dudes are still in the area? The turret, of course, is still active. And you're standing right beneath it. That's good. Underneath it, I'm sorry. The hatch must be to this area here someplace. So we have to proceed in this direction regardless of what we want to do. Good to know. Now, we don't have to search for every single nook and cranny. But I'm using my supplies as intelligently as possible. At least I hope so. Yeah, don't accidentally bump into someone ideally. Okay, there's something blinking. Could be anything. But at least it doesn't seem to be a mine of some type. Oh, of course we have, sure we do, well they must take a crap sometime, I think. And sometimes people also drop their pocket secretary in here. Oh, well, our hands are clean, our conscience maybe not so much. Yeah, some bank mags, of course, as you would think, and there's a, of course this event. I suppose we could check it out. But I don't think it's the way we need to be going right now here, I think. But, well, we are an explorer for a reason, aren't we? Maybe it does get us slightly closer to our objective. That would be appreciated. It does make us a traveler, of course, even an explorer. So now we're underneath the stairs. For what reason, I'm not sure. Because the pocket secretary and an energy bar we cannot carry because we have 1 firearm too many in our inventory. And this is exactly the same we already read, right? I think. Well, that was effort was spent, I guess. Energy is more important than painkillers. We need Typhoon ammo. Okay. Why need Typhoon ammo? Of all the things we could find, it's goddamn Typhoon ammo. Sure it would be. Yeah, maybe they expected you to shoot your way through this facility. I think they did. Probably. Okay, so we can also check out the men's room. I think we're currently in the ladies' room. But then again, there's no difference to Adam, of course. Okay, no hidden laser tripwires. That's something. Yeah, I feel like a hobo searching for all these stores here just to find anything we need that could be usable. But apparently it's not the case. Okay, alert panel we could hack potentially. But we are heading in the wrong direction, aren't we? I think we are, because there's an elevator. And this is not where we need to be going. It leads straight into the entire admin complex. Even though, chances are we have to get in here anyway at one stage. So apparently the staircase does not provide us with the way we need to go. So then for here is the answer then, maybe. And I have no idea what could be hidden back here. Absolutely not a clue. And let me guess, next on the menu is to sneak into Burke's apartment or office or whatever. Yeah, probably.
Entering restricted areas will
Sniper
result in
rifle.
termination
They have some of
and
those.
execution.
Yeah, I should just say execution really. Let's be honest with that. Oh, okay, maybe wait for a second here. Yeah, I don't need any stinking sniper rifle ammo incidentally. Okay, there we go, we finally made it. Took us long enough, wouldn't you say? But it also leads into the admin complex, probably.
That's far enough, Jensen.
Oh, it's you. Hello there.
You're behind this?
I said that's far enough. I can explain everything if you just stay where you are.
Yeah, I don't like guns being pointed at me for no reason whatsoever.
Why don't you put the gun down? Then maybe we can talk.
You think I'm stupid? You've got every reason in the world to hate me, and I've heard what you do to your enemies. Tell me, did you enjoy putting so many BT contractors into comas?
Okay, but I didn't kill them, right? Apparently they're criticizing us for everything.
As a matter of fact, I think you're going to get us both killed before this is over. But if we'd left you in that brig, who'd be around to save your Dr. Reed?
What do you know about Megan?
I know the name set off way too many bells and whistles when I added it to Burke's profile search on you. But it helped me to figure out who you are and why you stowed away on the ship. You think Bell Tower kidnapped her, don't you?
You want to tell me you didn't?
I wish I could. But after what I've seen this past year, all I know for certain is she's not on the base. Not anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not what you're thinking. Listen, Rifleman Bank Station supports all Bell Tower operations in this region, Jensen. Regular contract and special op. 6 months ago, I received orders to pull every regular grade soldier and civilian contractor away from the airstrip. 2 Black Hawk helicopters set down minutes later. I thought it had to do with Australia, especially when I saw covered stretchers coming out.
How many?
5. Guarded by a heavily augmented special ops team. Burke went out to meet the leader and the whole group disappeared inside the detention camp.
Oh, there's also one
There's
of
some
them
kind
here,
of
but
black
lovely.
project going on in there, Jensen. Something involving prisoners and scientists. And I need you to find out what it is.
Yeah, we already learned about the DNA markers, whatever they call it. Yeah, what about the Black Project?
I'm gonna need
Details?
more information than that. Tell me about this Black Project.
I wish I could, but it's been classified. So classified every BT suit I've talked to refuses to even acknowledge its existence.
But you've seen something.
Only the edges. This station is part base, part military stockade, and every week a new shipment of belligerents arrives. Only, Interpol says they're not on anyone's terrorist watch list. Most are just civs. Harmless civs. Burke takes them into a restricted wing of the detention camp and they
for
just
processing.
disappear.
Tell me more about these scientists.
Technically, I'm in charge of operations here, so I keep tabs on people coming in and out. Burke keeps meeting with doctors and researchers, telling me it's part of his interrogation technique.
You got any names?
None that I trust, unless the Doe family suddenly expanded into Australia and Asia. Thing is, I don't always see how they leave.
Yet you're sure that Megan did.
The Blackhawks did. Without the stretchers, but loaded with 5 stasis pods this time.
Indeed. Well, obviously, we are only capable of doing something about that, and we are also not aligned with Beltor Abido, so I even asked that question.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Hold still for a second.
What the?
Relax. I'm just compiling your biometric signature. Retinal scan, pulmonary and vascular imaging, the works. Once I upload it to the network and give Corporal Alan Tyler a security rating, you'll be able to pass through specific checkpoints in this sector.
Only this sector? Why not others?
Because you're a fugitive, Jensen. The less room I give you to maneuver in, the more likely it is you'll stay one. I can get you into the detention camp, but the interrogation wing is going to be a problem. Only Burke can give clearances for that.
And I assume you don't want me to go ask for one.
Still the comedian. There's a security mainframe inside the detention camp's central command
Of course,
tower.
the central
You'll
command
need to upload
tower.
this copy of your biometrics there by hand. Contact me using your inflink once you do. Any more questions?
Well, plenty of questions actually. Well, I think we're well equipped. The problem is inventory, but praxis points maybe. Yeah, but we knocked them out, right?
The guards in the prison complex. Are they Burke's men or yours?
Definitely Burke's. Highly trained, special operatives. So if you start a firefight
Yeah,
in there,
especially
don't
for any
expect to
damage
live long.
reduction.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like a little clarification here about you and Burke. I take it he outranks you.
Technically, yes. But this station is only part military stockade. And while he and his unit have 100% control over the detention camp, I have authority over the base.
So I don't need to
theory.
worry that this is all just some creative attempt at mutiny.
Mutiny?
Billy
You think
Adam.
I'd risk so much because... Listen close, Jensen. Burke is a sexist, chauvinist pig. And yes, he outranks me. He's also been in Bell Tower a lot longer than me, so he's got more connections. Which he's used to undermine me at every turn. But that is not why you and I are standing here right now. People are getting hurt. Innocent people.
Does Bertha care
And
about
we
that?
have to find
Well,
out
you do
why
at least,
and
or something.
expose it.
Exposure could destroy Bell Tower.
Bell Tower used to have honor. We do this right, it might again someday.
Yeah, have I mentioned before that Adam is acting like a fool in these cutscenes sometimes, and I see this tradition continues into the missing link then. Okay, maybe we can squeeze something out of her.
I could use some more hardware. Any chance Corporal Tyler will have access to the armory?
You're still a fugitive, Jensen. I suggest you keep a very
Yeah,
low
I've been
profile.
trying that.
Still, there is someone who might be able to supply you. One of the base mechanics, a civilian named
Oh,
Quinn.
this Quinn?
He runs a nice sideline
By the
in
coincidence.
procurement.
I know the type. Why should I trust him?
Because I do, and because he has no love for Burke. He's in the lower level maintenance area near the elevator. He'll get you what you need.
Okay, that's great. Apparently it's all we need to know.
That's all I need to know.
Good. I'll upload to the security network from here, so get going. Alan Tyler will exist by the time you reach the prison security
Can I get a
port.
better uniform?
Just be careful, and try not to draw too much attention.
Okay, well, I guess you could check the computer. How did he even manage to get in here? Probably for the same event we did, right? Of course, our friends are still here. Okay, we should probably review objectives before we continue and then decide if we want to continue at all, because it was a very long recording session here once again. So first things first, we check out supplies, maybe. Could be a good idea. And maybe also buy a Belter uniform. Because even with security credentials, we're not looking anything like a Belter officer. Or soldier for that matter. Oh, let me guess, there will be some enemies back here as well. Maybe not. Oh, surprisingly friendly area because it's maintenance, not heavily patrolled. Well, hello there, Quinn.
Are you Quinn?
Yeah, that's me. Jensen, is it? You weren't followed, were you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I can believe that. They're having a hell of a time keeping up with you.
Well, I suppose there could be a modus operandi, but maybe we do intend to keep it that way.
I intend on keeping it that way.
Well, you've certainly ruffled a few feathers higher up. It's not like they don't know you're here. Stowed away on the ship, I mean.
Yeah, but the station's still
before they
unknown,
bring the
right?
hammer down, put a stop to your gallivanting on the base. I just hope I'm not near you when the iron's hot and you're on the anvil.
Look, Keitner said you can help me. Can you?
Yeah, she told me to be expecting you. I'm just glad you came as soon as you did instead of going off on your own.
Well,
There's
of
enough
course,
cake
it's
of
a
powder
video
lying around
game.
here already without throwing another loose cannon in the mix. You know how much we're risking to keep you off the radar? We've only got so much pull around here. It's Burke's show, and he'll do as he bloody well pleases, which means stamping out any rats the moment he gets wind of them.
I'm grateful, but can we get on with it? I understand you run a nice little sideline in procurement.
Aye. From time to time you might say being inclined to do a little, how should we call it? Bartering.
Yeah, bartering.
On the
This is
side.
smuggling, no doubt.
Since the commander signed off on it, I suppose I could open my stock to you. For a price, that is.
You mean I have to pay?
What?
It's not a
Course,
charity
everybody will
operation,
pay.
Adam, you goddamn
Ain't
idiot.
exactly a fucking armory quartermaster down here. I'm just a civvy contractor trying to make ends meet. This ain't a
Yeah,
bleeding charity.
indeed it isn't.
Considering the circumstances.
Circumstances? What, that you're
Yeah.
a fugitive and I'm risking my neck just talking to you? What are you trying to pull here? Although, I don't suppose you had anything to do with the stasis pod that was saved back on the ship.
How do you know about that?
Ah, so it was you, eh? Well, let's just say I have my sources and your little random act of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Tell you what, I'll give you a discount on me wares. Just
Yeah, Adam's the
freebies
baby
or
naked full in
handouts. But now
cutscenes.
that I think of
Nothing
it,
has changed.
if you're looking for a little something for nothing and don't mind a little legwork, I've got an errand that could use running. Consider it a special offer of sorts. Interested?
Yeah, what is the special offer all about?
Alright, tell me about this special offer.
Look, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but this base is packing some serious heat. Especially in the form of those walking brick shithouse boxcars.
Yeah,
If you get me
we
a few
found one
odds
of
of them,
those.
I might be able to whip up a little something to make getting around easier. If you catch my meaning.
What kind of something are we talking about here?
Nothing fancy. Just a 329 series MPRS.
A rocket launcher?
No,
That's right, mate.
we cannot
I'm
carry one of
custom built.
those.
But yours truly, of course. You see, while I might be able to get my fingers on some low-level arms, I'm a little restricted when it comes to military-grade bells and whistles. And I'm itching to try out a new trigger propulsion mix. Maybe even recalibrate the guidance system for some extra
Yeah,
punch.
I like the sound of that, but it sounds risky. I like the sound of that, but well, we can carry this thing anyway, but maybe it could be fun, who knows? It actually sounds perfect.
I like the sound of this.
Fucking right, you like the sound of this. It's the bollocks. Look, all you gotta do is find me some components. I'll do the rest. An earlier boat had a shipment of 329s, but I wasn't able to poach any of them before they made it to the armory. Luckily, little Sparrow and my employee managed to lose one through maintenance circulation, but he got himself shit canned before I could collect. Now my little bute's lying around the base somewhere in bloody pieces.
Yeah, we found
Long
one of
training,
those, didn't
not very
we,
well.
in the container?
Though, I've no idea what really happened to him.
Right,
he
so
disappeared.
long story short, you need me to find the parts and bring them back to you.
Terminated,
Yeah, that
and
about sums it
prosecuted
up,
that
I'd say.
order.
Just find me the trigger module, scope assembly, and launch a barrel, and we're in business. I can scrape up the rest from leftovers here in the shop.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah,
Any
what a
idea
promise
where
is
they are?
though.
If I knew that, I would have picked them up myself.
Well, we found
You're
one
just gonna have to
already.
make do and keep your nose to the ground. Check the obvious places first, like the cargo and receiving areas. Worst case, someone found one of the parts and brought it to administration. But I looked there last.
Got it.
Yeah, especially Burke's office, I guess. Okay, more info. What info do you need? Yeah, what about the space? You have no
What can
idea.
you tell me about this base?
Nothing you don't know, probably. To the outside world, it's a Bell Tower Naval Logistics headquarters and supply point for their Pacific operations. Beneath the surface, though, it's much, much more.
So it is not unofficial completely.
Look, nothing personal, mate, but I prefer if the commander did most of the informing. As far as I'm concerned, the less I know, and more importantly, the less I say in this matter, the better off we all are.
Cannot argue with that, of course.
Tell me about the commander. Keitner.
Lieutenant Commander, officially. But the grunts don't pay no mind to that. She's the commander as far as they're concerned. It's the Reds who stick to the formalities, you see. Because they're Burke's boys. The spooks. Special operations. You might say there's a bit of a Division
Well,
of
good thing we
loyalty among the
didn't kill the
troops.
average goons,
Between
right?
Kaiser's men and Burke's?
Even though they still
Aye.
criticized us for
Since
that.
time immortal, there's always been a rivalry of sorts between grunts and spooks. I always assumed it came down to ego. But it's different here. Probably because Burke's different.
What do you mean?
Well, for a start, the man might be a righteous prick, but he's got the respect of his men. And the higher-ups think he's a visionary based on some fancy tech he drummed up a few years back. In other words, the man's got a lot of influence and a lot of power, and, well, I don't think that old proverb needs repeating here.
I mean, he's not going to be super talkative about his own role, is he though?
What exactly do you
Probably
do
not.
here, Quinn?
In a more civilized world, you might say I pass for the base's lead maintenance engineer. But if you look at it from Beltar's point of view, I might as well just be a glorified janitor. Pays good, though, so, you know, not complaining.
If the pay is good, why the underground market?
Well, why not? You see, civilian contractors operate under different jurisdiction when it comes to bringing outside goods into the
Even
base.
on the black side,
So while the
I
rank
find it
and
hard to
file
believe.
grunts can only order and receive essentials, toothpaste and the like, I, being the entrepreneurial chap that I am, offer 'em a more robust catalogue of goods and services. You know the sort. Smokes,
Yeah, we already found some
beverages,
of
and,
those.
Gentleman's literature.
Yeah, all free
How
actually.
does this involve weapons?
Now, let me finish. As an enterprising fellow, I require an exchange of valuables for these slightly less than essential supplies, and often receive some very non-civilian contractor-regulated equipment in exchange, if you catch my drift. Now, normally, I launder my stock through a contact on the mainland, but a deal in Shanghai recently fell through, so lucky for you, I've got some excess inventory to move. Consider this whole arrangement a matter of fortunate timing.
And Keitner is okay with all of this?
Not exactly. You see, some time ago, the commander got wind of my little operation down here. But before she could throw me in the brig, I offered her something I knew she couldn't refuse. Information. I ain't bragging, but I've managed to build myself quite a little network of sparrows and gophers. I'd known for a while that she'd been at odds with that prick Burke. In the end, we reached a rather simple mutual agreement. I keep her in the loop, and she keeps my neck out of the noose.
Yeah, and you don't do anything outlandish, right? That's probably also part of the agreement. Right, well, we can see what he has on offer, at
No
least.
money back guarantee or warranty. You break it, you buy it.
Okay, and what are we going to buy here? Ammo, hopefully. Oh, let's have, oh, well, we do get discount, of course. That's something. I think it says 2 and 3 respectively. Okay, laser targeting system we don't need as a practice point. Well, we happen to accumulate 4,185 bucks right now. Maybe we put it into our inventory angle, because otherwise we cannot carry that rocket launcher around. And one rocket is only 110, I believe. Well, but it's only one rocket, right, isn't it? We haven't even seen a combat rifle anywhere. And I think we'll be holding onto the shotgun for the time being. Well, if we buy anything, it's probably going to be the practice kit, I think. Yeah, probably. So we may as well just start with that, and maybe also some ammo, even though it doesn't actually does. Well, that's lovely. Gives us 2 stun gun darts. Well, that's money well spent. And then it's out of stock, of course. Okay, consumables hyperstim is for healing, of course. The beer, there's this non-essential supplies, I guess. Whatever, I think we come back later. Probably.
No refunds.
Yeah, no refunds, of course, straight to the point. Okay, so I guess then we upgrade our inventory, maybe not. It depends on how large these items will be. I think we still have the... Yeah, I think we still have the quest inventory, don't we? This is what exactly. Oh, the data is, of course, we need to input into the central security tower, which is probably miles away, I would figure. That seems likely. Yeah, bank station, this is the maintenance level. I don't think we should be expecting any problems back here. This, on the other hand, is a different story entirely. Okay, this area has been pretty thoroughly searched, and we notice one component right in the shipping container. So that's something. Okay, that's the entire admin area we need to search for, of course. There's one dude and one turret we didn't disable. On the next level up is Burke's office. Do we want to get in here? This was a level 5 security door, I think, if I'm not misremembering. And this is just the overhead cranes here right with the cargo. Evidently is accessible, at least it should be, so maybe they're storing something inside here. But I'm not spending like 2 hours just to find all of these rocket launcher components, because chances are we're never going to be able to carry a rocket launcher around by chance. Okay, otherwise I think... Yeah, well, I suppose it could be highlighted, we just have to hope and pray. Maybe. But I think about it in between episodes, but I think for now we're done for today. Was a pretty lengthy recording session here once again, and sneaking away from this facility, of course, it takes tons of time, especially with the crippling shortage of supplies as, you know, as is customary in this game. Primarily stun gun darts and also energy bars, you know. Okay, so ultimately I think we continue our adventures next episode, but for now I'm done for today, and so as usual I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.